I have a theory about why Black women and white women are having such a hard time getting along, and it starts with a story. When I first started teaching, I was in a teacher training program with 3 other women. 2 of them were Black and 1 of them was Indian, and we started teaching at the same school, the same grade, at the same time. One of these women, a Black woman, completely excelled. She did so much better than I did at literally everything. Classroom management, her test scores were high. She was excellent at literally everything. And something about her excellence didn't sit right with me. I just didn't feel good about it, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't feel good about it. It was internalized racism, but I didn't know that yet. So I had to sit with this idea of her being better than me and trying to figure out why it didn't feel good and feel comfortable for me. And of course, at the time, I didn't know that I needed to do the work of anti-racism, so I didn't think it was possibly because I could have internalized racism. I had to do a lot of study and thought about myself and what could possibly be making me feel this way about this woman. And here's what I discovered. Most of the media that I had consumed up to that point in my life had white people as the central characters. And the shows and other media that I consumed that had white women at the central characters often had Black women as the side characters. These Black women's role in these movies was to assist the white women, support the white women, advise the white women, but never to rise above the white women. Even shows that were about Black women, like The Help, had white women as the central character and the Black women as supporting characters. So I internalized the idea that Black women were there to support me and to advise me.
Now, these white women have come up to, debunk the idea that Black women and not good Black women are violent and lazy. And so I just love the fact that it is now coming from the white community and not Black people. Now it is not Black people defending themselves, it is white community defending the Black community. I really love the fact that she stated how the Black women came in for her when, she needed them. And this shows you something. And she also, acknowledged that it was, hidden systemic racism. Now, in these videos, I've featured different creators and they are talking about it. They are sharing their views concerning this. I want us to watch the videos first, and then later on I'll be reacting to it. I'll be sharing my thoughts and quick discussion of the same. But for now, let's watch this white community standing in for Black people. They said if you don't, if they don't, they will come to, talk about it and testify of the goodness of Black people and the Black community. If this is your first time in this platform, please don't leave without subscribing. Do like the video, share the content. We are going to greatly appreciate. For now, let's rock in and unpack what we have here, and then we'll be back in a short while. Let's jump in.
Oh, I do think that white people are absolutely jealous of Black people, specifically with the community, and also with like fashion and music and everything else that is appropriated. But by design of what whiteness is, it inherently lacks community, and I think we're absolutely jealous of that. And I've heard biracial people say that they do see that difference in their own families, because in addition to European cultures being more individualistic than cultures from Africa, South America, and indigenous North American cultures, the invention of whiteness in America erased a lot of ties to actual culture. So when I say like white people, Black community, I'm not talking about like Polish people or German people or Irish people. As I explain in my book, I just wrote the intro and I'm working on the conclusion today. Y'all keep me in your prayers. In the course of human history, white is a relatively new term. As we discussed in the introduction to this book, white is a North American term emerging from the 1600s as a term to justify the enslavement of Africans and squelch revolts from poor Europeans and indentured servants. Before this term, Europeans would identify with their nationalities. The Irish, Italians, Germans, French are all very different cultures. Thus, there is not the same communal tie to whiteness as there is for people from other communities. Further, since white was created to be a divider, a separator, it is not a happy identity. It is not something people want to admit they relate to. It doesn't have a rich, healthy history. Speaking as a white American who has conducted national level research on white Americans, we tend to say things like we have German, Irish, Italian, etc. ancestry, even if we have never been to those places. This is because all white Americans have ties to immigration, and because these identities are actual cultures, they do not have roots only in oppression. Now, we know who started colonization, right? So this is the book I'm trying to finish by Monday and send to the editor. There's a free chapter in my bio if you're interested on one of the unwritten rules of work. The book is predominantly about class, but I talk about 3 other identities that you can't talk about class without talking about these other identities, and race is absolutely one of them.
This is a message to all of you white women who talk all this mess about black women because you know they're gorgeous. You talk about they hair, saying they hair's fake, they wear weaves and all this mess, but all of you guys are wearing weaves. You talk about their lips are so big, but all of you guys are out here getting lip injections, plump lip gloss, getting your lips plumper. Make that make sense. You're out here talking about their big booties, but you guys are flying to different countries to get Brazilian butt lifts, and then you get jacked because you wanted to go get a butt lift in a different country. You guys are out here getting butt implants, butt injections. Make that make sense. You guys talk about how their skin is so dark, but you guys are out here going to tanning beds, going and laying out in the sun, getting fried to the smithereens just to get darker. You're out here getting spray tans. Make that make sense. You guys also are going to the gym, doing the stair steppers and everything else to get a bigger booty. Did the cat get your tongue, white woman? Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys are out here doing everything that you talked about them about. Like, this don't make no sense. It's because you guys are haters. And you know that the black women are gorgeous. So maybe you guys can, like, grow the flip up. Because you just want to hate on black people because that's all you've been taught your whole life is to be racist and to hate on black women. And all you white men who sit here and hate on black women, but you're behind the screen looking at them and lusting over them because you know they're gorgeous. Like, why don't you guys just show the true you? Like, show the true you. Show people who you truly are. Because you know you love the black skin. You know you love the darker skin tone. So, yeah, be you and quit hating on people. And then you want to put a stance on black people saying they love fried chicken and watermelon. But who's eating all the fried chicken and watermelon? Y'all. Y'all are. Everybody eats it. You guys just want to sit there and poke and nitpick at every single thing. Because, again, you're haters. So maybe one day you'll open your eyes and see that we are all to be loved. We're all to be as one. So stop the crap. Stop the division. Stop the hate for real.
I have a theory about why black women and white women are having such a hard time getting along, and it starts with a story. When I first started teaching, I was in a teacher training program with 3 other women. 2 of them were black and 1 of them was Indian, and we started teaching at the same school, the same grade, at the same time. One of these women, a black woman, completely excelled. She did so much better than I did at literally everything. Classroom management, her test scores were high. She was excellent at literally everything. And something about her excellence didn't sit right with me. I just didn't feel good about it, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't feel good about it. It was internalized racism, but I didn't know that yet. So I had to sit with this idea of her being better than me and trying to figure out why it didn't feel good and feel comfortable for me. And of course, at the time, I didn't know that I needed to do the work of anti-racism, so I didn't think it was possibly because I could have internalized racism. I had to do a lot of study and thought about myself and what could possibly be making me feel this way about this woman. And here's what I discovered. Most of the media that I had consumed up to that point in my life had white people as the central characters. And the shows and other media that I consumed that had white women at the central characters often had black women as the side characters. These black women's role in these movies was to assist the white women, support the white women, advise the white women, but never to rise above the white women. Even shows that were about black women, like The Help, had white women as the central character and the black women as supporting characters. So I internalized the idea that black women were there to support me and to advise me, but not to rise above or become better than me. And that's why when this black teacher was way better and more talented than me, I felt some kind of way about it. Now, I'd imagine lots and lots more white women have also internalized the same idea, and that's why they feel okay stealing black women's content and not giving them any credit, because the black women are just there to advise them anyway. But most black women are natural leaders. Society has forced them to become leaders. And so we need to step aside and let them lead, even if it means checking our privilege and letting them lead us.
Now, seeing a white community standing for black people, it is really encouraging. Seeing them calling the white women who express a lot of hate, especially to black women. And I really loved this video. Even when I saw it, I said I must react to it, and I must bring it here so that we may have a look at it. And we know there's all these stories that we get to hear about black women, about black men. But today we are going to address specifically the black women. And I got to see a certain discussion somewhere about, Africa. And this guy was talking about Africa and saying the media only shows, the worst side or the negative side of Africa. And that's why people don't get to go and invest in Africa. And this is one of the reasons, it is all about branding. If you look at America, they've branded it as a country that has a lot of opportunities. Maybe it has, or maybe it doesn't, but the way they have structured or branded the American itself, of course, right now life is tough in America. Families are really struggling to make up a living, and survive. But look at what the media, pushes, to the audience, that America is doing well. America, is full of opportunities. And there's also a video that I did about America, or even if I didn't do it, I'll check and make sure that I bring it here. You see Americans, suffering, and because of the high cost of living. Of course, there are lots of opportunities for job, but you get to live from paycheck to paycheck. But the media doesn't, push this idea to the audience. So it pushes the positive side of America. And so this gets to sell the American, country itself. So people get to see America as a place where their future is. And the same needs to happen even to, what I'm talking about here. Now that's why even I pushed these videos here. I compiled them and really wanted to bring them here. And sorry for that. This is what has happened over the years. We've seen black community being branded the wrong, impression. We see all these kind of stereotypes about black people, and so it's high time that people get to bring a different version of what it is to be a black person, what it looks like, or what the values of a black person. This is what should be pushed outside there. You could see even parents telling their kids that they should not listen to hip hop because they will be influenced badly. But if they listen to white music, nothing will happen. You could see them encouraging them. There's a video. I don't know if I shared it here. If I didn't share it, you can tell me in the comment section, and I will try to look at it and bring it here. You could see parents teaching their kids, don't listen to black music, listen to white music. Black music has this and that. And you could see it was all about the negativities. And this has really affected how people view black people view black women, black men. And it is high time that we get to debunk this and rewrite the history. And I believe together as a people, we can do this. And that's why you keep on seeing me bringing such kind of videos here, so that we can now change the perspective, change the way people view black people. Now, these are just a few videos that I managed to get to bring it here. And it's it's a great honor to see even white people are now standing for black people and trying to change the narrative. Now I believe we are going to be a little bit different, and so I'm very glad to see all this happening. I'm really hoping that things will be this way, things will be different, and we are going to see a united community, a united black community, even as we, fight for black unity. Now, this marks the end of this session. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I would like to thank you so much, and also ask you if you can do subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the content if this was your first time here. For now, I'd like to bring it to a close. Hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye.